heads up. You're going to hear me twice. There ain't much I can do about that. It's just a team talk thing, and me and Brandon don't know how to fix it. So it is what it is.
Oh, we kind of do, but we kind of can't fix it right now.
Yeah. Well, the only way right now would be going to your ear, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to hold the phone.
No.
So,
Well, I'm holding the phone anyway, but yeah, you're right.
well, you're
You're
not holding it to
absolutely
your
right.
ear.
No.
Okay. I had a brain fart. I was thinking, wait, he's holding the phone, but that wouldn't.
I'm holding it in my hand, but not up
Yeah.
to my ear.
Right. Now, does yours switch automatically to your ear if you took it to your ear? No, not on Team Talk.
If I
it
did
won't.
it, no, it won't with Team Talk.
I didn't think so. Anyways, I'm going to test something
737 flight slash live stream in Team Talk V 5.1701 column 203.
because I want to make sure
737 flight slash live stream. Ops 30.2 restream Google Chrome column restream Google Chrome restream document.
that we are, and then I'll turn on chat here in a minute. It's not on yet, but it will be.
Toolbar address and search bar as auto y o u t u u s b e dot c o m m select slash uploads l lounging with select youtube.com slash lounging.
I want to make sure we're streaming.
Clickable dive main landmark lounging with John heading level 1. Clickable addiction yes daily life the battle for recovery by lounging with John no use link heading level 3. Button icon button. Clickable link lounging with John. Addiction yes daily life the battle for recovery navigating the treacherous waters of addiction. Is an ongoing battle fought every single day. It is heartfelt video. We dive deep into the blank. Clickable addiction. Clickable link lounging with John. Button icon button. Heading level 3 link addiction yes daily life. Clickable button. Clickable edit for you heading level 2. Clickable become a leader to your own life. Yes, leaving the past behind by lounging with John 9 news stream 11 months ago 20. Clickable Jennifer Crumley on trial versus when parents are. Clickable become for you heading level 2. Clickable addiction yes daily life the battle for recovery by lounging with John no use link heading level 3. Lounging with John heading level 1. Clickable addiction yes daily life the battle for recovery by lounging. Visit main landmark heading level 3 link addiction yes daily life. Clickable alert main landmark clickable enter heading level 2. Clickable become a leader to your own life. Yes, leaving the past behind by lounging with John 9 news stream 11 months ago 20. Clickable Jennifer Crumley on trial versus when parents are. Clickable become for you heading level 2.
Okay, so
Clickable addiction yes daily life the battle for recovery by lounging with John no use link heading level 3.
the title is a little bit different. It's
Lounging with John heading level 1.
addiction.
3941 yes addiction yes daily life recovery by lounging.
I'm
Visit
okay
main
with
landmark
that.
heading level 3 link
So
addiction. Main landmark update channel banner.
we'll just go back here.
Dialogue main landmark lounging with John heading level 1. Clickable addiction yes daily life the battle.
Addiction versus daily life. I don't know why I updated the title, but it put that in there.
By the way, that music for that last video that was streamed about that, it kind of sounded so sad.
What
The
do you
music
mean?
is thick. The music you did for that AI generated video,
I didn't do none of. I didn't do the music.
I know it picked it itself, but it picked sad music.
Well, I mean, it goes with the theme. If you listen to the
Oh.
whole video, it kind of fits what it's talking about. So,
You're right.
3941
um, anyways,
3941
so we got that.
3941
All right, you guys, I'm gonna turn on.
3941 lounging with John YouTube Google Chrome.
I'm gonna turn on the chat.
3941 lounging with John YouTube Google Chrome.
Just in case somebody wants to
730
say
desktop list.
something. You guys
R restream chat 7 to 43.
to do that.
DMA tank restream chat 7 to 43.
So we'll turn on the chat. We do ask you to
Restream edit plan.
try to be
Restream chat document. Recapture group and privacy link terms link protected. Restream audio link. Edit blank. Edit protected blank. Edit blank. 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 J E S S T E T 78 at GAIL dot COM. Edit protected blank. Blank. Start. 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 Create account link. Login button. Dialog. Get an audio challenge button. Button. Get an audio challenge. Button help. Button verify. Button verify. Blank. Blank. Button verify. Button help. Button. Get an audio challenge.
You know,
Unavailable. Button login. Recapture challenge.
when you sing
Card page link.
this,
Edit selected just step 78. Edit protected selected 11 bullet.
Login.
Create account link.
no,
Login
it's
button.
making
Recapture group and privacy link terms link. Privacy link terms link. Recapture challenge expires in 2 minutes. Frame your computer or network may be sending automated queries to protect our users. We can't process your request right now. For more details, visit our help page link. Your request right now. For more details, visit link.
Folks, I'm gonna grab my drink from the other room. It won't take a second.
well,
Button available. Get a news. Button available. Get an audio. Button available. Get a news challenge. Button available. Get an audio. Button available. Help. Button available. Verify. Button available. Verify. Button available. Help. Button available. Get an audio challenge.
that is really weird.
Out of frame. Edit clickable. Edit selected just step 70. Edit protected selected 11 bullet. Create account link. Login button. Recap terms link. Privacy link. Login button. Recap terms link. Privacy link terms link. Recapture challenge expires in 2 minutes. Frame your computer or network may be sending automated queries to protect our users. We can't process your request right now. For more details, visit our help page link.
All right, to the chat.
Restream chat.
Being stupid, so I'm just gonna close
Desktop
it.
list. Restream chat 7 to 43. 737 flights. 700.
Bread to quench my thirst.
Yay for Big Red, my friend.
Yes,
So
sir.
something that, and I can't say names, but there's some people listening that prefer to
Remain anonymous.
remain anonymous. And the other thing is too that I've realized is depending on how someone's listening, depends on how it shows us how many listeners we got. Sometimes it don't take in consideration with some of the listeners because we stream on more than one platform, and so it kind of is a touch and go on being accurate on that, because there have been times that I thought I didn't have no listeners, but then someone, yeah, I was listening to your live stream. I'm like, no.
I know, I've had that too.
I know, it's weird. But anyways, the reason I wanted to talk about this, now, the title actually is based around addiction, obviously, and recovery, but it's based on looking at the other side of recovery, the part where it's more than just going to a rehab, or more than just going to a doctor. This is why we, and not just here, Brandon, it's everywhere. It's where you live, it's where I live. And this is why we see the repetitive criminals continuing to do these drugs over and over. And they say, well, it's just a criminal that don't care. They know better. They don't care. But that's not true, is it?
No, that's absolutely not true.
It's more than just taking medication to recover. It's more than just having someone on your side as a support system. When you go through recovery, all of it has to be covered.
Yep.
Now, I'm just curious. To those listening, I'm curious if you know what all them areas are. And I'm going to ask Brandon for his opinion. What other areas, Brandon, do you think? If I ask you, what does recovery mean? What are the areas that you have to get through with recovery?
I think one big area is getting through acceptance that you have had an issue.
Yep.
And you got to basically accept that and learn from it and try to move on as the best you can. And having a really good support system also helps with that, whether it be family or in our church's case, we've got people who turn to church because of going through addiction and recovery, and they've really turned their lives around.
We are there's an area that I think in a lot of cases at the legal side they don't think about it. You come in a courtroom, and if I prosecute you for doing drugs, there are areas. Now, I'm not going to say myself personally. I'm saying as an example, as just a prosecutor.
Right.
The one area that people just don't think about is the emotional side, the mental side, the emotional and mental development of recovery. The only thing
I never thought about that.
I don't think a lot of people do. The only thing they think about is go to the rehab, go to the doctor, get off his stuff. You'll get through it. And they'll say, well, did you miss your appointment? No. Well, then why are you here? Because we're not looking at the other side of it. What are these people going through mentally? Are we able to help them on the mental side of it? the emotional and mental development while going through recovery, because it is a development.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind is having to learn to cope with life without the satisfaction of those drugs.
I gotta say though, Johnny, I've seen you. In all fairness, even though you say you haven't, I have noticed. Like, yes, you do prosecute for that, but I've also seen you try to help people on the other side of that with the mental and the emotional part of that too. So I've seen you do both sides of that.
But there's 80% of courtrooms do not care about that.
Right.
They need to care about it.
Oh, I agree.
Even you, me, us as a society, we need to care about it. If people would stop and think about the littlest things that we could do to show support to those going through recovery, going through addiction, the littlest things that affect a person's mind, their motivation, their feelings, their self-esteem. Medication will not fix that, my friends.
I also think judging a person because of their addiction will not fix the problem either. And that's a big thing that I notice a lot. That society, like we've said in past streams, you'll have somebody going through and recovering from something, whether it be drugs, alcohol, meth, cocaine, whatever it is, and you'll see somebody out in society, oh, well, you're just on drugs, you're a druggie, you're an alkie, or whatever the term is. They'll judge somebody and hold it over their heads. Even employers will
They
do
don't
it
think
sometimes.
about the emotional side of it, and sadly, they don't care.
No, and I was talking to a person in our church that him and I have become really good friends. He's a recovering alcoholic. He's been to prison over that, DWIs, and he's told me personally that he's had employers that have hired him, and somebody got mad about something because he was doing real good at his job. They turned him into his boss. Boss fires him because of his record and his addiction.
They're starting to get better.
wrong.
They're starting to work with people more today. They're starting to make places open the ability to hire someone that's got a background, because how can we expect anyone to recover from something if we're going to still penalize them after they've done it and it's over?
We can't.
There are a lot of cases where people end up starting drugs because of the addiction of it, the sickness that can run through their family for 50 years. It can go down the line, 50 years,
Oh, yeah,
100
you go
years.
down generations.
But we also need to realize that there is the emotional side. And what do I mean by that when I say emotional side? What does that say to you, Brandon? When I say that we need to think about the emotional side, what is that saying to you?
I think it means we need to encourage them to move forward with their recovery and not judge them, because let's just face it, if you get judged for something you did in your past, you're not going to be motivated to move forward. You're going to be like, well, I'm a failure. They judged me. I failed, so they're absolutely right.
Right. That's a good point. The other point that I'm making here on the emotional side of it is this. They might have started doing drugs because of their emotions. Depression.
Yep.
depression is one of the biggest catchers to addiction. Depression, sadness, a large amount of people have went through addiction because they don't like who they are, or because they were treated a certain way. Some that might have went through that could have been raped. Some that might have went through being beat as a child. Some that went through growing up with a normal family but never having anything. There are tons of reasons on this side of it that people just don't think about. Now this is what I want to say to someone that is going through addiction. If you're going through recovery, medicated recovery, and you're taking your medication, but you're still struggling because of your emotions, you got to work on that. If you have something bothering you, you got to open up to someone. You can't hold in that sadness. You got to have someone to talk to. I've always said it's the worst thing ever is to hold in how you feel, and not being able to release your feelings. That's rough on anyone, even someone that isn't even on drugs.
Yep.
But as a society, we could do things to make it better. Because number one, we don't know, right? You don't know what your neighbor's going through. Let's just say you know someone that's going through addiction. Okay, and all you know is that person was on drugs, now they're trying to go through recovery. But that's all you know.
Yeah.
And you can't just jump the fence and accuse or assume. So the best thing we can do is be positive when we're around those that we know are struggling.
I think that's our biggest trouble with society. When they see somebody recovering from drug addiction or alcohol or whatever it may be, it's the first thing they do is jump the gun and assume they know, and they don't know.
And let me just throw out there too, and I'm not saying nothing bad about any of you that's out there that are going through it. It's not your fault that you got things you're dealing with. It's not your fault.
Nope.
It happens to anybody. Emotions is something that we all have. Depression is something that anyone can begin to have. Just because you're not depressed doesn't mean that it can't hit you. It's all about what happens to you, where your life is going. If it's going in a positive direction, then depression is going to be nowhere around. And I think it's important that people understand that when you're out there and you're saying these rude things to people that are going through addiction, you might not realize it, but you are doing more damage.
A lot more.
The only thing that does is adds to their depression, adds to the emotions of sadness and anger, confusion. That's why I always say, if someone don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all.
Yep. Good rule to live by.
Is it our job as a society to help others? No. But we should. And if we don't know, then we shouldn't assume. I remember doing a study in class, and we were watching these videos, and basically what happened is this group of people, they dressed up. Now, I don't mean they all dressed up fancy. Some dressed up like they were wearing clothes that were torn and ripped. And others was wearing clothes that was real fancy. And they would go to these certain areas. And they'd lay down. Like they passed out. 80% of the ones that laid down dressed up like a bum, people just walked right on past them.
That's sad. Yeah, it's really sad.
96% of people that were dressed up nice, people went to them right away.
Wow.
So if someone says it's not about what you wear, sadly it is.
It absolutely is. I've seen videos also of...
It's how you present yourself.
Yeah.
If you're going through addiction, don't present yourself as still being rugged.
Mm-hmm.
Because that won't help you. Now, go ahead, Brandon. What would you say?
So I've seen a video of what you're talking about, judgment of people. So it was a supermarket, and this manager was being rude and hateful and, you know, everything to certain customers.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently the headquarters of the supermarket got so many complaints, the CEO himself decided to dress up as an elderly gentleman and go through his supermarket for a day. And, you know, he knocked over a wine rack with really expensive wine. The manager at the supermarket was really hateful, tried to tell him, get out of my store. You know, called the police. Nothing happened. The guy kept coming back. And the manager kept trying to get him out, get him thrown out. Charges wouldn't be pressed. And eventually, they ended up at the police station. And the guy actually revealed himself and said, do you know exactly who I am? And he said, no. And he's like, I'm the CEO of this supermarket chain. And I did this to watch, to see how you treat customers. And given the fact that you don't treat them right, you're fired. So, looks can be deceiving, folks.
It can be. And it's sad because I can tell you that me, myself, personally, I do not judge somebody for the type of clothes they wear.
No.
Now, there are times that I'll see someone and, you know, there's been times where I've almost been guilty of it. But I stop myself. I catch myself and say, no, don't be like that. We don't know what people go through. And it's just funny because a lot of people out there think they understand and know what those of us have been through this, you know, been through addiction and all that. When they don't know.
I've had to break family of that because, like, sometimes they'll, you know, they've been guilty of it in the past with me. They'll be like, if I dress or look a certain way, they'll be like, oh, you look like a bum. And I really just asked them one time, I said, do you know what an actual bum looks like? Then do you know what they've been through?
And a lot of
Well,
times,
no.
people will automatically assume to help someone it means you got to give them money. No,
Mm-mm.
it's not about just money. You giving them a compliment could make their day. And I want people to think about that. I really want people to think about that. The things that you say to people, or the way you look at them, that one effect can write out the rest of their day.
Absolutely.
And again, anyone that might be listening now, or maybe listening later, and you're still going through addiction, as we don't understand everything that you might be thinking about or dealing with, it's up to you to continue down the path of recovery to succeed. And that means if you got emotions you got to deal with, and you don't got someone to talk to, you need to get them. It doesn't mean you got to tell them every little thing about your life. But it doesn't hurt to talk to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have trouble talking to therapists, but then maybe you can find someone that's not a therapist that you feel comfortable with talking to. Talk to someone. Stop beating yourself up about your past. Don't beat yourself up about things that you cannot change today. And even if that means it's something that you've been through, as bad as it might be, you can't change it. You can't change what's already happened. But you can cause the effects of what will happen tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
The choices you make now decide what happens tomorrow. If you're positive, then tomorrow's going to be better. I just want people to think about that. If you are going through addiction, don't just wait for someone to know what to do. Because a lot of times the people that want to step in are the ones that step in and just to say stuff to make you feel worse.
Exactly.
You got to put yourself in a positive environment. You got to make changes. And a lot of times people are afraid of change. But don't be afraid of something that's going to be positive. That's my quote for you guys today. Is don't be afraid of something that's going to be positive. Don't be afraid of change if it's going to be positive. All these people out here that you talk to, the doctors that you see, that's just props to your own movie. It's still up to you to decide what happens. This video of us giving you encouragement, that's just another prop to your movie. You got to decide what you're going to do with it. Keep away the negative and invite the positive. And I promise you, it won't always be so bad. What do you think, Brendan?
I agree with you. There's always light at the end of the tunnel.
I don't know. I was just sitting around and talking to a few people, and I said, there's so much to recovery, but there's a part of it that people don't think about, and that's the mental side of it.
No, I never even thought about that.
Someone could be going through recovery, and maybe they lost a family member. Maybe the relationship got destroyed, or maybe they lost their license. Maybe they lost their home. Who knows? But those things add to the stages of recovery.
Mm-hmm.
You will not recover if you take that stuff with you. It's all about support, self-esteem, motivation, networking. You got to create connections, whether it's one person or 10 people. That's how you recover. That's how you get through it. If there's someone out there that doesn't believe that you got to have someone to talk to, then I'd have to question how your heart really works. Because even going through psychology and all the studying that I did, one of the biggest things was having an outlet. Talking to someone is a huge outlet that you need to have. Because it does make a difference. I don't have the link ready yet, but we do have a new page. On the next live stream, I will. Matter of fact, I'll edit this later, and I'll put the link in. You can follow the page, and on that page, we're going to be providing resources and support for anyone going through depression or recovery. Anyone going through addiction, even if you've not started recovery. This is a page that I highly recommend people follow, because there's always going to be good resources through it, and it's a way for you to connect with someone in case you're having trouble figuring out what you need to do. It's a brand new page. I don't know if I have. Let me see here.
Desktop list, restream chat 7 of T, GMA and T, GMA and T, Gold Wave 30 T, GMA T, Google Chrome 343. Untitled Google Chrome, Google this site, Google Docs M, expanded. Toolbar, address and search bar, face dot, Facebook, F, A, T, E, unselect, E, unselect, O, K, dot, C, O, M, Facebook.com, selected, Facebook.com/unselected, Facebook, blank, banner landmark, search Facebook combo, Facebook navigate, video visited link, marketplace link, groups link, payment link, account controls and messenger button collapsed, notifications 20 unread collapsed link, your profile button collapsed, status your profile died, list with 2 items switch to lounging with Tom, switch to sober support network button, see all profiles button, list with 2 items switch to sober support network button, 2, Facebook, switching to sober support network, graphic daily site, switching to sober support network, blank, switching to graphic clickable banner landmark, face out of list clickable banner landmark, blank, search Facebook navigation landmark, visited link pages, link ads, visited out of list account controls and settings, link messenger, collapse link notifications, 2 unread button collapse your profile, heading level 1 home, main landmark, create a post region, heading level, visited link sober support networks timeline, button what's on your mind, button live video, button photo, button read out of region profile plus top of feed, recommended post you could reach up to 200, link if you are looking for support as you go through addiction and recovery, or maybe you need support, link in another way, no matter if you are facing drug addiction or the struggles of everyday life, link are here to help you, tell your friend, link call us anytime you need the link call, share with your link boost post, button see insights, link unavailable, link stories, photos and videos, newsfeed post heading level 3, block quote Facebook, out of block quote Facebook, alert Brandon Armstrong and real
Now I've got it.
out of block quote banner landmark, link messenger, button menu, home heading level 1. Toolbar, address and search bar as autocomplete CTRL plus L selected https://www.facebook.com/mmr equals 1 RDR. Blank, blank, RDR. 1 N. MMR equals. 2, Facebook. Main landmark, create a post region sober support networks timeline, visited link.
Let me find.
www.facebook.com, visited link. 2, Facebook, Google Chrome. Create a post region heading level 3, visited link sober support networks timeline.
So the page is called
Heading level 3, create a visit link, Sober Support Network's timeline.
Sober Support Network. I'm looking for.
Button, what's on your mind? Sober Support Network. Visit link, Sober Support Network's timeline. www.facebook.com. Visit link. Heading level 1 home. Main landmark. Create a post region. Heading level 3. Create a post. Visit link. Button, what's on your mind? Button, live video. 4. Real button. Profile plus topography. Boost post. See insights button. Create an available link. Story photo. Create an available link. Create an available link. Next items button. Comic book. Clickable comicbook.com link. Heading level 4. Unavailable link. Comicbook.com. Use block quote Facebook. Out of block quote Facebook. Out of block quote Facebook. Out of block quote.
I hate these block quotes because it makes it unreadable.
Out of block quote profile plus top of link unavailable link create. Link real short videos. Link unavailable link stories photos and video. Link unavailable link create. See insights button. Boost post link. If you are looking for support as you go through addiction and previous items button. Create a post region real button.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Previous items button. Profile plus top of feed. Boost post link. See insights button. Create unavailable link stories photos and videos link. Create unavailable link. Link stories photos and videos. Link unavailable link create. Button see insights. Create unavailable link stories photos and videos link. Create unavailable link. Dial your story heading level 1. Breadcrumb navigate heading level 1 button settings. Story form Sober Support Network. Out of form story creation preview main landmark button upload a photo. Button create a text story. Button create a text story. Button create a text story.
Okay.
Out of region banner landmark button see insights. Create unavailable link story. Create unavailable link real short videos. Out of region banner landmark face. Out of list banner landmark. Search Facebook navigation landmark list with 5 pages visit link. Professional dashboard link. Ad center link. Video visit link. Account controls and settings navigation landmark menu button. Messenger link. Messenger link unavailable. Notifications to unread collapse link. Your profile button collapsed. Main landmark www.facebook.com visit link. Create a post region Sober Support Network's timeline visit link.
Easier.
Button what's on your mind? Visit link Sober Support Network's timeline.
Facebook doesn't like to make
Temp heading navigation landmark manage page heading level 1. Banner landmark temp heading button hide menu. Heading level 2 Sober Support Network separator. Visit link professional dashboard. Link insights. Link ads. Link create link who's Instagram post. Link create ads. Link ad center. Link create ad. Link who's Instagram. Link settings. Heading level 2 more tools. Button collapse. Manage your business across meta apps. Link lead center. Link meta business suite separator. Link advertise. Blank. Temp heading button add cover photo. Button profile picture. Heading level 1 Sober Support Network. Link 0 likes bullet link 8 followers. Link professional dashboard. Button edit. Link advertise. Tab selected posts. Tab about. Tab mentions. Tab reviews. Tab left submenu button collapse submenu see options. Tab left submenu more. Tab reviews. Tab menu heading level 2 recommended next steps you can create ads at any time. Ad budget. List of actions to take to get more results. Button having a cover photo ad represents button separator. Button invite friends to follow. 1 button pages with more than 1,000 followers tend to get more results from their button separator. Link run page like ad. 3 min. Link creating an ad to help grow your followers and out of list heading level 2 info. At Sober Support Network, our mission is to provide a safe, supportive individuals on their journey to everyone. And our button edit bio. List with 4 items button page addiction resources center. Plus 1-800-12-300 T 1978 mail.com. Link not yet rated. 0 out of list button edit details. Button ad featured. Heading level 2 link photos. Link see all photos. Facebook content info landmark list with 7 items. Link privacy link consumer health privacy link. See all photos link. Photos link heading levels. Ad featured button. Edit details button. List with 4 items info button link. Not yet rated. 0 reviews. Info button link. Dialogue. Based on the opinion of 0 people. Heading level 2 our ratings calculate. Ratings are calculated. You can influence so that your friends on Facebook. Link learn more about our ratings. Link learn more about our ratings. Learn more about our out of list temp. Not yet rated. 0. Page addiction resources. Edit bio button. List of actions to take to get more results for ad list with 3 items run page like ad. 3 min. Creating an ad. Invite friends to follow. 1 min. Pages with more than 1,000 followers tend to get more results from their ads button. Dialogue. Switch into a profile button close. Invite friends to your page using your profile. Button John Yesup. Button continue. Button continue. Button John Yesup. Invite friends to your page using your profile. Button John Yesup. Invite friends to your page using your profile. Button close. Invite friends to your page using your button John Yesup. Button continue. Button John Yesup. Button continue. Button continue. 20 heading level 2 invite friends. Button close. Button all friends. Button select all. 55. Tab selected not invited. 50 tab selected. 0 tab invited. 408 search in all friends. Edit search in all friends. Bring your circles together. Sober Support Network. No friends to invite. Button unavailable. Send advice. Button unavailable. Send advice. Button unavailable. No friends. Sober Support Network. Bring your circles together. Choose friends from. Search in all friends. Edit search. Tab control. Invited. 408. Select all. 55. Button. Unselect all. 55. Tab control. Search in all friends. Edit search in all friends. Close button. All friends button. Unselect all. 55. Tab control. Invited. 481. Search in all friends. Edit search in all. Close button. All friends button. Unselect all. 55. Button. Tab selected. Not tab selected. 0. Tab invited. 481. Search in all friends. Edit search in all. Button unavailable. Send advice. No friends to invite. Sober Support Network. Bring your circles together. Choose friends from your search in all friends. Edit search in tab invited. 481. Tab selected. 0. Tab selected. Not invited. 55. Button unselect all. 55. Button all friends. Button close. Button all. Button unselect all. 55. All friends button.
Because I've already invited the following, so
Close button.
let me do it that way.
20 click. Banner landmark account controls and settings. Notifications. 21 unread collapse link. Messenger button collapse. Menu button. Facebook navigation landmark list with 5 items. Gaming link.
I was hoping
Groups link. Marketplace link. Video visit link. Home visit link. Search Facebook combo box. Facebook visit link. Toolbar. Bookmark is tab but 20 plus. Search Facebook combo box collapse. Facebook navigation landmark. Video visit link. Marketplace link. Groups link. Gaming link. Account. Messenger button collapse. Notifications. Your profile button collapse. Temp heading navigation landmark. Sober Support Network heading level 2 button. Button hide menu. Button heading level 2 Sober Support Network. Separator. Button heading level 2 Sober. Loading. Sober Support Network radio menu item check 1 of 11. Temp heading navigation. Button hide menu. Button heading level 2 Sober Support Network. Separator. Button professional dashboard. Button insights. Button pro separator. Button heading level. Button hide menu. Sober Support Network heading level 2 button. Sober Support Network radio menu item check 1 of 12. Community Connect radio menu item not check 2 of 12. Sober Support Network rate space. Johnny's Marketplace radio menu like Sober Support Network radio menu item check 1 of 12.
I don't want to check that.
Temp heading navigation landmark Sober Support Network link Sober Support Network. Heading level 1 Sober Support Network. Link 0 likes bullet link 8 button call now. Button message. Button like. Tab selected posts. Tab about.
Here we go.
Tab mentions. Tab reviews. Tab collapse submenu more. Menu button collapse submenu see options. Switch into Sober Support Network page to start managing it. Button switch now. Heading level 2 info. Button switch into menu tab reviews. Tab mentions. Tab about. Tab selected posts. Button like. Button message. Button call now. Link 0 likes bullet link 8 followers.
And then when you're on the sober and support page, there's actually an option where you can actually call to talk to someone. There's also an email option. So if you're not, some people don't like being on phones.
Button call now. Button message. Button like.
So you can send an email or you can send a message through
Button message. Button like. Tab selected posts. Tab about. Tab mentions. Tab about. Selected. Tab mentions. Tab reviews. Tab collapse submenu. Button collapse submenu. See options. Heading level 2 about. Link contact and basic info. Link page transparency. Heading level 2 categories. Addiction resources center. Heading level 2 contact info. 47,170. Address. List with one item. Mobile. Out of list with one item. G719. Email. Out of list heading level 2 basic info. List with one item not yet rated. 0 out of list heading level 2 link followers. Sober support networks list of followers is unavailable. Heading level 2 link photos. Tab selected sober support networks photos. Tab albums. Link graphic media graphic of text. Link graphic media graphic. Heading level 2 visited link videos. Tab selected sober support networks videos. Link if you are looking for support as you go through addiction and recovery, or maybe you need to link in another way. No matter if link are yours, tell your link call us anytime you need to call. Link call. Share with your friends 10 hours ago. Blank. 19 news. See you reacted to this toolbar. Out of toolbar button 1. Button new message. Button new message. Button new message. Button new message. Main landmark button 1. Tab heading main landmark. Main. If you are looking for support as you go through addiction, tab control. Sober support networks videos. Tab selected 1 to 1. Videos visited link heading level 2. Maybe a graphic link. Videos visited link heading level 2. Maybe a graphic of text graphic link. Maybe a graphic link. Videos visited link heading level. Tab heading navigation landmark manage page heading level 1. Button hide menu. Button heading level 2 sober separator. Button professional dashboard. Button insights. More tools heading level 2. Button collapse. Manage your business across meta. Tab heading main landmark. Main no next heading. Link 0 likes full. Button call now. Button message. Like button. Tab control. Post tab 1 of 5. See options menu. Button collapse. Switch profile button. Visit creator studio link. More button. If you are looking for support as you go through it, see reacted to this toolbar. 1 button. New message button. Toolbar. View site information. Address and search bar. Search list install. Bookmark. Search Facebook combo. Facebook navigation landmark list with 5 items. Home visit. Video visited link. Marketplace link. Groups link. Marketplace link. Video visited link. Home visited link.
Tricky.
Video. Groups link. Gaming link. Account controls and settings navigation landmark menu button. Menu dialog. Menu heading level 2. Menu. Head search menu. Edit search menu. Heading level 4. Heading level 2 social. 6 suggested searches. List with link friends. Search for friends. Link groups. Connect with people who share. Link news feed. See relevant link feed. See visit link out of list. Heading level 4. Heading level 2 entertainment. 6 suggested searches. List with 6 item link feed. See your most recent posts from your friends. Groups. Link news feed. See relevant posts from people. Button menu. Menu button. Messenger button collapsed. Notifications. 21 unread collapsed link. Your profile button collapsed. Temp heading navigation landmark hide menu button. Sober support network heading level 2 button. Separator. Button professional dashboard. Button insights. Link ad center. Link create ads. Button boost Instagram post. Button settings. Heading level 2 more tools. Button collapse. Manage your business across meta apps. Button collapse. Expand. Manage your business across switch into sober support networks. Button switch. Separator. Link advertise. Temp heading main heading level 1 sober support net link 0 likes bullet link button call now. Button message. Button like. Tab posts. Tab about. Tab mentions. Tab reviews. Tab selected collapse submenu more.
If they would stop
Menu button collapse submenu see tab selected collapse submenu more. Menu button collapse submenu see options. Switch profiles to manage this page. Switch your active profile or visit creator studio menu. Tab selected collapse submenu more. Followers radio. Photos radio menu item not check 2 of 11. Videos radio menu item check 3 of 11. Photos radio menu item not check 2 of 11. Followers radio menu item not check 1 of 11. Temp heading see options menu. Switch profile button. Link visit creator studio.
Either way,
Untitled Google Chrome.
I will get a link for you guys. You can find it if you
Creator studio busy. HTTP.
come back
10%.
and look at a later time.
20%.
I'll have the
30%. 40%. 50%. 60%.
or if you
70%.
go
80%.
to my regular
90%.
Facebook page or Brandon's page,
Business
it
dot
should
Facebook.
be on his too because he's an admin and plus he's following it.
Close button. Allow button 1 of 2. Lock button 2 of close button. Meta business suite Google Chrome. See what's different button. Close button. See what's different button. Close button. Clickable button graphic Facebook. See how to choose the best cover photo link. Add cover photo menu. Facebook graphic link. Edit Facebook page. Connect Instagram link. Facebook followers Facebook. Create post button. Create reel button. Create story button. Go live button. More menu button. Collapse sub menu. Close button. See all steps button. Connect an Instagram profile button.
Matter of fact,
Create a post button.
next time now that I see how to
Reply to messages button. Indicates a recommended onboarding action is complete. Grow your audience button.
we will
Learn more link.
just go live through Facebook instead
yeah,
of
that way you
just
can-
Invite friends button.
the YouTube.
Add control. Camera tab 1 of 4.
I
Yeah,
do
you
not
can
think I
invite me
can.
to
Actions menu button. Collapse sub. Create ad button. See insights button. Actions menu button. Collapse sub menu. Boost button. See create ad button. See insights button. See all posted real link.
Yeah,
Close
I
button.
should be able to
Create a business portfolio button. Close button. Learn how button. Create real link.
just invite you.
Button graphic Facebook.
Yeah, I've done it with you before.
Meta business suite Google Chrome.
So let me
Desktop list. Google Chrome 3 of 4.
close that real quick. I
Run
got
dialog.
one
Downloads.
last
Downloads. Downloads selected. CMD. CMD documents. Documents selected. Text of documents. File explorer. Items view list. Address book not selected. 1 of 62. Document. YouTube videos 50. Items view list. Rate and create journey. Addiction. Yes. Daily life. The battle for recovery. Thumbnail.png. Column 1 1. Rate and create journey through addiction.txt. Column 2 2 of 4. And video I-480 from addiction to recovery. Teen share 2024. 12 13.mp4. Column 3 3 of 4.
Okay, it's this one. Now, this was on earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and play this.
Cut CCTR. Copy CCTR. Rename MF2 3 of 5. Share S4 of 5. Delete 5 of 5. Top of window. Open no enter 1 of 11.
Well,
Items view list.
Brandon, you won't go. Yeah, you will.
And video I-480. And video I-480 from addiction to recovery. Teen share 2024.
Yeah, you will because I can hear myself through your phone. So you should. Let me just.
And video I-4. Rate and create journey. And video I-480 from.
You don't hear me twice, though, do you?
No, I don't.
And video I-480 over. And video I-400.
You don't hear that.
Select an app to open this .mp4 file grouping. List. Default app grouping 1 of 3. Media player 1 of 1. Just once button. See use media player. Media player window. Pause button.
Life can be tough, especially for teenagers. They face pressure from school, friends, and family. Sometimes it feels like too much to handle.
Many teens turn to drugs as an escape. They think drugs will numb the pain and make them feel better.
At first, it might seem like drugs work. They provide a temporary escape from reality, but the relief is short-lived. The truth is, drugs only make things worse. They create a dangerous cycle of dependence and addiction.
What starts as experimentation can quickly spiral out of control. Teens often believe they can control their drug use. They think they can stop anytime.
But addiction doesn't discriminate. It can happen to anyone. The more teens use drugs, the more their bodies and minds become dependent on them. Tolerance builds, and they need higher doses to achieve the same effect.
This is how casual use turns into a full-blown addiction. And once addiction takes hold, it's a long and difficult road back.
Addiction affects every aspect of a teenager's life. Schoolwork suffers, relationships deteriorate, and their physical and mental health decline. They become isolated and withdrawn, pushing away the people who care about them most.
Families of addicted teens also suffer immensely.
0.
They experience a roller coaster of emotions, worry, fear, anger, and guilt. The constant stress and strain can tear families apart.
It's crucial to remember that addiction is a family disease. It affects everyone, not just the individual struggling with substance abuse. The consequences of teen drug addiction are devastating and far-reaching.
Teens may engage in risky behavior, leading to accidents, overdoses, or legal trouble. Their futures, once bright with promise, become clouded with uncertainty and despair. But there is hope. Recovery is possible. It's never too late to break free from addiction's grip and reclaim your life.
Johnny knows the struggles of addiction firsthand. He's been there, and he's dedicated his life to helping others find their way out. Johnny's approach is rooted in compassion, understanding, and a belief that everyone deserves a second chance.
I don't judge. I listen. I provide a safe space for teens to share their stories, their fears, and their hopes for the future. I meet them where they are, offering guidance and support every step of the way.
Recovery is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, setbacks, and triumphs. But with Johnny's guidance and the support of a caring community, teens can overcome their addiction and build a briter future.
It's important to remember that addiction is not a sign of weakness. It's a treatable medical...
See users other documents.
You can see the whole thing on Lounging with John, but I've got
See users other documents. Yahoo Video File Explorer.
something that's came up.
737 likes.
So,
See users other documents. Yahoo Video File Explorer. See users other documents.
we're gonna
737 likes. Live stream.
here. Y'all be sure to subscribe. And me and Brandon.
Ops 30.2.3 profile. Untitled Ops 30.2 start recording checkbox not checked.
So,
Stop streaming checkbox checked.
but just stay positive, folks, and don't listen to others. It's not worth it.
Start record. Stop streaming checkbox checked.
All right. Y'all take care.